What is up, Pokepeeps and Masters? It is Russ here, PokeRuss here, and we are back for another Dragon Ball Super TCG video and another Deck Tech Tuesday. Deck Tech Tuesday is a series where we go over decks either me or my squad have created, or actually, maybe me or my force. I don't know. I'm thinking weird names. Anyway, not important. But or you guys come up with and submit through the various sources of ways you can submit decks to me. You can either submit them through the comment section down below. We have a Discord, and we also have an email address you can submit it to. But this week we have a deck we created over in the Squadron Room. But it is a deck featuring the lovely ladies of Universe 2. So, soon as I saw these girls were coming out, I'm like, I gotta play the deck. I gotta make a deck with them. I gotta make it as best as I can. I need to play with them. Like, it sounds like just like, I know Bandai, like other games Bandai has done it, and again, there's different Bandais that have made different games. So like the previous, not like Naruto and stuff, was made by Bandai of America and stuff like that. But they've always had a fun archetype with girls, and they just know how to make fun archetypes. And I really thought, like, even without, like, as soon as I saw they were coming out, I'm like, this is gonna be a really fun archetype, and it really is. It really works well together. I was going to use the leader rebrand, but she's kind of slow and clunky. Sadly. She's slow and clunky, and you don't really get too much off of her. So, let's go over this before we get into the actual deck, because the leader we're running is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh man, can't you be original? I'm like, it's the best. It's literally, there's a lot of decks it just does really well, and in this deck, with the turn curve it needs to hit, and the turns that it has, it really needs that acceleration. But Rebrand, like, does give a little, there's a couple cards you can't play because you're not playing Rebrand. But, Rebrand is just a little clunky. When a card attacks a leader, look at the top two cards of your deck, choose one Maiden Squadron among them, and add to your hand, put the remaining cards in the bottom of your deck in any order. So the only Maiden squad is the three of them. Correct? Yes, correct. The only Maiden squad, and if it said Universe 2, that'd be a whole different story. But it said Maiden squad, so in your deck, if you run 4 of each, you have 12 cards to hit. It's just not, math doesn't work really well with it, so you're never really plussing off of regular Brienne, and you have to attack leader to get that effect off, so it leads to a lot of clunky situations. I do like her awakened effect where you get to KO something per turn if you have the whole squadron out, but like I said, very clunky, so that's why we're running it with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So this is going to be mostly mono green. Obviously there's a couple of tech blue cards in it, but mostly mono green. We've gone over this. The cool thing about this is the deck runs from the graveyard, which is super neat. It's super neat and super iffy all at the same time, where this is your biggest card in the deck. You have Maiden Transformation. Maiden Transformation is a 4-cost spell that choose 2 Maiden Squadrons with an energy cost of 4 or less in the graveyard, in the drop area, and play them. So this is cool because, again, it opens up a new area of play. It opens up the graveyard as a form of fuel for your fire. But that also means you're also limited, that you probably shouldn't run black cards. You can if you pull this off first, but the more steps you have to do in a certain order, the less open you are for plays. Which, so this deck actually doesn't have any black cards in it. You could tech 1 or 2. I would suggest Masked Saiyan because they just handle veggies really well. It's just a nice answer. But I don't think black cards really belong in this deck, kind of like the Hercule deck we previewed a couple weeks back. But, like I said, this opens up a new possibility, and I can't wait to see Bandai expand upon this, and just use the graveyard as a more open playfield. Plus, the thing with his effect is, you can only place up to 6 energy. Cool, you know that's skill. Place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. If you do, or if you have no energy, place 2 cards from your life into your energy. So, what you're mulliganing here for is you're mulliganing for one of your maidens. Any of your maidens. It doesn't matter which one, you're looking for a maiden. And you're kind of, well, you kind of want a Maiden Squadron, or Maiden Transformation, but you're looking for your Maidens. So instantly you mulligan, you try to get one Maiden in hand so you can pitch it. There's already one piece in the graveyard for Maiden Transformation. So like that, now you're using Goku to an even higher level because you're instantly getting that plus off of it. Because Maiden Transformation is what you're leading to and stuff like that. So let's get into the deck. Obviously, when you awaken, he untaps 3 energy each turn. We have a couple different things for that. We're actually... one of the things I usually run in the Super Saiyan 3 build is 4 of the combo piece. We're actually only running 2 of it in this deck. Where to go? We're actually only running 2 of the combo piece, just because we're trying to avoid at all costs hitting that blue. Sometimes you'll hit that blue, but we're trying to minimize the amount of blue you hit, so we're only running... The only blue cards we're running in the deck is this, and 4 boost attack Piccolos. Now, you could opt to run Jocko in this deck over boost attack Piccolo. Again, it's always preference. Yeah. So those are the 6 blue cards we're running. But let's get into the main part of the deck. So we're running 4 Maidren Squadron Razi. Blocker. At the end of your turn, if you have Ribrianne and Kakunsa, I don't know how to pronounce her name, are in your battle area, you can switch this card to active mode. So she's a turn 4 blocker that just untaps at the end of turn if you have the whole squad on field, which is super nice. That means you can be aggro with her, and she's also a blocker on your turn. Super nice. Super, super nice. And that leads us into the next one. Maiden Squadron Kakunsa. Okay, so she has critical, which makes her already beautiful. I not gonna lie, I've been wanting to make it for a long time. We might make it on the channel one of these days. Full critical build. Leader Vegeta, just go full absolute critical. Every card in it has critical, just to put that extra pressure on your opponent, but that's not the important part. If you have Ribrianne and Razi in play, this card gets dual attack. So now you have dual attack and critical. Absolutely insane. And these are the 2 you're obviously going to want to hit the most off of Maiden Transformation. Because you can't hit the Ribrianne, but you can also hit this little one. You can hit Brienne. She is part of the Maiden Squadron. She does have barrier. When you put this card in play, look at the top 7 cards for one Maiden Squadron among them and add to your hand and then shuffle your deck. So basically, if you can play, like if you have a correct curve and you hit, say you play one of these turn 4, and then turn 5 you drop Maiden Transformation, and you have one in the other in discard pile, Brienne allows you to kind of do the searchy thing. Allows you to do the thing to grab your big Ribrianne, which is cool. So you can still, you have essentially 12 targets for Maiden Transformation, which is absolutely super huge. Plus, even if you have to hit Brienne off of this, it is a plus. It pluses to your hand. Super nice. So like I said, you run 4 Maiden Transformations. This is your turn 4 play, this is your turn 5 play, this is your whatever play. Any turn that you can get 2 creatures off of this, you're plussing. Super nice. Now, if you don't get Maiden Transformation off, we also have teleporting, 4 copies of teleporting Jamise. So, permanent, reduce the energy cost of Maiden Squadrons in your hand by 2. So it doesn't weaken this, but it reduces the other ones, which is super nice. So, plus, once per turn, you can place 1 card from your hand into the drop area. Send this card to Warp, and then play this card from your Warp in the owner's battle area at the beginning of your next turn. So he protects himself, super nice, and he reduces all of your Maiden Squadron by 2. They still have to pay their costs, so you still have to pay the 2 green for her and the 2 green for her, but it's okay. So this really doesn't stack because you still have to pay the specific cost. But it also does reduce her down to 1, which is super nice. So if you're just looking to plus, she turns into a 1, and then the Evo does turn into you can Evo her for 3, or well, you can just play her for 3 with Jamise, or evolve her for 2, which is super nice. Barrier, so she is protected. She's absolutely protected. So 2 of them have barrier, right? No, no, just only her. She's the only one with barrier. When you evolve this card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. When this card attacks if you have a Kazuna and a Razi in your battle area. Choose up 2 cards in your opponent's hand and send them to the drop area. So this is a huge, huge discard. Super nice. And it's before, it's when it attacks, so it's like, it's still, it's before certain things can activate. Obviously, it's before combo step, so it's super nice. So you can potentially hit their combo pieces or their super combos or something like that. Anything that discards 2 is absolutely super awesome. It does require a big field to set it up, but again, with Maiden, with the once you hit that beautiful 6 mana, you can hit Maiden Squadron plus evolve this and be absolutely set. Absolutely set, absolutely beautiful, if you have Jamise on good. So that's the Maiden Squadron, and Jamise also, the big thing with Jamise is every time you want to play his effect, you discard something which fuels the main transformation into discard pile, and that's kind of the cycle of things in the deck. Yes. Okay. So, next on our list, we wanted to put a negate in the deck. Obviously, we couldn't use Maiden Transformation, or Maiden Charge, because if your leader is Universe 2, it has that effect. It still negates an attack for 1, which is still nice, but its big effect really doesn't happen because you're not using the Universe 2 leader, which is one of the hindrances here. We also didn't use the turn 1 Universe 2 guy, because he looks top 3 cards for a Universe 2, and with the only Universe 2s we're running is we are running Jamise, and all of the Squadron, but top 3 cards you're kind of probably missing his effect, sadly. Like, the way sometimes Shuffle goes, and like, there is 20 targets, 24 targets, something like that, because he can hit another one himself. I think it's 23 targets after you play the first one. So, math says it should work, but you're probably gonna miss. Like, I hate to say it, you're probably gonna miss, because it's only top 3 cards. So I just kind of left it out of the build. There was actually another, I actually wanted to run, where is it? I debated actually running this in the deck, because we are running some Saiyans. I'll get to that in a minute, but this would basically just be a mill 2. That's basically what his effect would be. Unless you hit the Saiyan, which then you'd plus, but it'd be a mill 2, which you might mill 2 of your Maidens. But I thought it was a little bit too situational. I do like the idea, and I think that this could possibly be a usable idea in the future, but it's just not at the moment. So, another discard engine we have here is 4 Enraged Gohan. This is also our negate. It does cost 2, so it is a little bit more pricey, but place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. Choose one of your opponent's attacking battle cards and KO it. So this gets rid of the threat outright and discards a card from your hand. Absolutely sick, absolutely nice. It is super hot in here, just letting you guys know that. Next on our list is Trickster Janos. Running 4 Trickster Janos, this card is sadly going to be, it's a good card, but it's going to be overshot in set 4. When you put this card into play, choose one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. So on a 3-drop, if they like evolve something into turn 4, or if they've cheated, Kaba cheated like Kale into play, they don't have anything protecting it, boom. Blows it up, super nice. Early curve, I mean, what else can you ask for? Pretty much blows up anything early, and you're hitting it early because of your leader. So you're hitting it on turn 2, so you can blow up pretty much anything for the next couple turns. Absolutely amazing. Pretty good statted. Sadly, next set it's going to be overshadowed because there is a Saiyan that does the exact same thing. So Saiyans always get BF Shigash and all that kind of stuff, so Saiyans will always take priority over that. Speaking of Saiyans, I'm like, okay, there's one Universe 2 card that actually takes life, like, that does life damage and stuff like that. It was the turn 4, I believe? The turn 4? Do I have it? Do I still have it up? I do. Okay. It's actually the turn 4 Zorline, Maiden's Attendant, but it's turn 4 1, so it's competing with all the Maidens. And 2 is Double Strike, which is cool, because not many of the Maidens have Double Strike. Once per turn, choose one of your life, add it to your hand. If your leader is Universe 2, boom. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So again, I couldn't really play it because I wasn't running Universe 2, but I need some kind of awakening. Every deck needs some sort of awakening. And I thought of running Tien in the deck, but you're committing to a lot with Tien. One, if you want to get into play any earlier than just playing it, you have to have 2 mana to tap, so it's almost worth just waiting the second turn, playing it, boom. Also, you're committing to 2 prize. You're committing to your 2 life. So if your opponent puts you at that odd number, you're pushing yourself down to 3, and it's just, I don't know if you can really validate TN at this point. It does blow up stuff, yes, it's nice. I just don't know if you can validate it, so I went with the other option. I went with veggies. I know what you're thinking. You're like, what? Veggies? Hear me out. Hear me out. 1, they're veggies. Do I need to say more? No, kidding. 2, they're veggies, so they create their own little threat circle. And with you being able to play these, this is reducing cost. And where's Jamise? Jamise is reducing cost. So you have both of these potentially reducing the cost in a deck that's already accelerated. You're dropping a lot of crud super early, super nice, and again, this creates its own little pocket that your opponent wants to get rid of the Veggie Engine. Now they've played their stuff, they've paid their stuff to get rid of the Veggie Engine. Now what do? You go, that's when you swing into the Maidens. You discard them, you combo them, maybe protect these for a little bit, but force your opponent to get rid of this engine, and they're going to have less to get rid of the Maiden Engine, which is huge. Because the Maiden Engine, again, is, as a full set, does a lot of really unique things and really great things, and discards. So, think of how much your opponent was going to have to discard to get rid of all this kind of stuff, especially when you're using your combo pieces or your combos correctly to get your stuff into discard for Maidens and all that kind of stuff. They spend a lot of their resources blowing this crew up, and you just kind of special summon the other crew, and you're just like, wham bam, thank you ma'am. And they only have a couple cards left in hand. You attack with Rebrand, they have even less cards in hand, and you just proceed to win. I think this is actually a cool combo, and these are your Awaken cards, so super nice. I thought about just adding these in, but I'm just like, you know what? I think the whole Veggie package can actually fit, and there's room for it in the deck. Again, you could run TN. I was against running TN because I just don't know about committing that much. And if you're going TN, you're going really aggro TN. Because again, with this, you can drop it basically your second turn. You go super aggro TN, bump down to 4, and like, you didn't really get us. I don't know. Just TNs are a lot to commit to in this format. I just don't know if it's really worth it. But this is the Universe. This is, I'm gonna say, well, it's not really fully the Universe 2 deck, but I guess it's a Universe 2 deck with a little bit of Universe 6 in it. These cards being played together absolutely has amazing amount of synergy. They're really good, and I think just following it up from having the veggies out early just is absolutely beautiful. You have your negates, so you can play. You're just doing a constant cycle of awesomeness. Like I said, you could add in the black card, you could do that kind of stuff, but I think this deck is really solid the way it is. If you guys have any changes, let me know in the comment section down below. As always, you can submit your decks either down in the comment section down below. In the description, you'll also see a PokeRussSubs email address. You'll also see, I forgot to talk about this at the beginning of the video, a giveaway. So check down there. There will be a link in the description for a Galeem. If you want to win some TCG stuff, we have some. There's all kinds of stuff in the giveaway. So make sure you click that subscribe button and do all that kind of stuff, and join the Gleam, so you have a chance to win this. It's going on until July 12th. So hit it up, and if you like this kind of content, make sure to hit that like button. And we have Pokemon, Monster Hunter, and Dragon Ball content on the channel as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. PokeRuss out. Peace.